Okay, y'all. Took my sister some couple of food. She said she didn't have any food up there. She said, I'm hungry. I ain't got no food. I said, oh, okay. So I just went up there and she has food. She ain't got like as much, but she got food in there. She had she don't like those turkey backs, but like I told her, I said you bring them down here. I gave her some wings though. I gotta take my hair down. My is when you put your stuff too so tight, it kind of hurts my head. But anyway, I'm trying. Like I said, I'm trying to grow my hair naturally, y'all. So it grows faster this way. But if I was to put a perm in it, it'll slow up the process of growing back. So I'm trying to grow my hair real long so that I could just wear braids, my regular hair braids, So that's what I'm trying to do. Okay. Okay. Yeah, because I don't know. Okay, I finished the hash browns. I'm waiting for the corned beef to get a little bit hard and stiff. Because it cuts more better if it's that way. And I got my eggs going. My sister Mary ain't home. I think my what do you say? I think my my niece Raylyn took her to Atlanta. So I know to Atlanta, Georgia or whatever, So but I don't know if they took Elijah, that's what she said, and then they going to Florida. So I guess they taking the kids on the trip or whatever. I guess that's the only way that they could really, go on a trip or whatever. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but all I know is that, whatever was going on. Because Raylyn, she moved down there to Tennessee at one time, her and Calvin. So I'm thinking maybe Calvin and the family is using my material. Pastor Robinson said it. He said one person get to control the money. So I'm trying to figure out like who decision that was. He said something about you don't have to pay taxes on basically making a decision of my LLC that I don't have to pay taxes. But if I'm donating, why do I have to worry about taxes? That doesn't make any sense. Do it. Doesn't make any sense. So I'm just saying the church it just doesn't make any sense. But like I said, it's just a form of someone trying to maintain control. And like I said, it's not a good thing, because time is going to tell that they've been done wrong. Rather it's because Kaya, they had Kaya going to Douglasville. They had Kaya going to Cobb County. They had Kaya going to she was in Marietta. Her father lived in Marietta now. Her father and her uncle. And let me see. So that's why I said I don't know if these people work for Tyler Perry Studios. That's on Ethel and First. Because you could take the number 1 bus, and you before you get to excuse me, AT&T. It's an AT&T company right there, and you get off on the number 1 bus, and you walk down, and it's like all these townhouses, but you go all the way in the back. You'll see Tyler Perry Studios, and then you'll see Bishop Martin's church. Because they're on the same. They're on the same lot. I passed it several times walking, being homeless. Being homeless out there. So I don't know. I mean, would you really want to be a part of someone who wants everybody to feel the way he feel? You know what I'm saying? Everybody in the church don't have to be homeless. Everybody in the church don't have to go through hard times. You know what I'm saying? But they make you go through hard times. And that's why I will not, surrender to the church. You know what I'm saying? So, a lot of people got homeless stories. I remember Pastor Robinson, he said, your story is so sad or whatever. And when you stand up and say, the Lord, if you stand up and you say, I give all honor to the Lord Jesus Christ who was ahead of my life, said without him, I'm nothing, and because of him I live. That's the testimony that I stand up in church and say. But someone else will stand up and say, I just didn't know how to pay this and I didn't know how to pay that. And then they'll say, oh, your story is so sad, But they'll go, okay, they'll say, stop telling your story. Don't nobody want to read your books. People who's suffering from depression, would they really want to read a depression book? Like all the bad things, just the whole book is about bad things, And I said no, they wouldn't want to read that. A person that's suffering from manic depression, a manic depression person probably wouldn't even open up the book and read like 2 or 3 pages. They'd be like, oh, So I said no. I said, but I stand up and I say, oh, I share all my adventures and stuff. And I say, hey, I went here, went to Philly, went to, you know what I'm saying? I'm sharing all my adventures, you know what I'm saying? And they won't give me no props for that. But they'll sit there, feed off of bad. For some reason, it's like they have sympathy for the bad. I mean, like, do you want to come out of your depression? Do you want to come out of your hard times? Do you want to come out of your misery? You know what I'm saying? It's like misery love company. And it's like someone sitting in the dark and you in the light all the time, but they want to drag you in the dark. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way they feel comfortable. They don't feel comfortable in the light. You know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying? So while you walking in the light, they gravitating people to the dark. So whatever you do and somebody say, hey, I like this light, I'm going to stay in here. But shoot, child, people sit there. I noticed that. I noticed that people will sit in misery. You know what I'm saying? They'll sit there in misery all day long. You know what I'm saying? If they got a smoking habit, they'll sit in misery and smoke cigarettes all day. They'll sit in misery and smoke weed all day. They'll sit in misery and drink beer all day. Some people sit in misery and eat all day. Eating all day. So it's like, do you want to come out of it? You know what I'm saying? So I got out of it. I wasn't depressed, y'all. Just let y'all know that. I was just fighting to start walking again. But I wrote a book about all of my adventures, everything that I went through, and the good things, I talked about the bad things, talked about the good things. But mostly my book is about the good things, like how, as a little child, what I used to do, what games we used to play, hopscotch and all this stuff. Somebody took the bag, and I read a couple of the books that these people was writing on. I don't know who it was though, but I had read one of the books, and you can go on ebook, everybody, and download the books that you want, and Google Play is, I don't know if they like Netflix. No, is it Netflix? Which one? I forget which one it is. But anyway, you can go download the books, and I tried downloading the Bible, and that I couldn't even download the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Because, let me see. I'm supposed to be able to do the split screen. I was supposed to download the Bible, right? And you can stroll through your thing, steady having a regular paperback Bible. You know what I'm saying? You can look, just tap your Bible app, and all of your books is going to show up, and just click on your book that you want to read into, and then it'll just click on it again, and then it'll take you right to the verse, that you're reading from. the book that you're reading from. So that's how the Bible app is. But other than that, I don't know what the heck they're doing. I really don't know. Either somebody confused or they just don't give a damn that I'm just, you know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, you can download ebooks because the ebook the ebook program. What I did was I created it's called a ebook pod, and it's an ebook pod, and all you do is download books. It's just books. It's like a library. So let's say we want to check out online an ebook, and you download it, but you have to pay how long I guess they give you a week or whatever. I think it's like a week or 2 weeks. You can keep it for 2 weeks, but you got to go back on there and register it again. But if you buying it, it might be some of the books is like $14, $10. It depends, The Bible at the Christian, you got to go on Christian.com, Christianstore.com or something like that. You got to go on there. And if you want to buy the book, you can do that. Barnes and Noble, I went personally and tried to get the book, and they didn't have the book, right? So I said, can you go online and see if it's there for me? And she went online, and I gave her my address, I gave her my address and stuff like that. And I said, can I pay for it? Can I pay for it now? And then I can just come and pick it up when it's, you can send me an email that the book is here or whatever, and I pick it up. And she said, we don't do that. And I said, oh, okay. So I'm like, okay, how can I get the book? Because I was looking for one of the books, CeCe Winans' book. Me and my girlfriend, Sharon Eddings, we went into, Sharon Smith Eddings, we went to the bookstore, and I wanted one of the books that CeCe Winans had out. And they didn't have it. So I said, oh, okay, it's called Velvet or something like that, Velvet. So that's the book that I wanted. I still have not gotten that book and read that book. And I said, now this is like going on 10 years now that I've been searching for that book. I don't even know if the book exists. I see the cover and everything. And Miss CeCe, she said who helped her write the book and publish the book. And I forget the name that she said, but she thanked her on the conference, the day of the conference. And I still have not gotten that book, And I read Always Sisters, Don't Date the Devil No Matter How Fine He Is. I read that one. I got it from my daughter for her birthday. And she didn't read it, so I read it for her. And I said, "Oh man, look at!" But it was like similar to. It was similar to one of the books that I have handwritten, where it's a diary, and it's what you think about a question. So in between each chapter, it has a question, like, "How do you feel about this conversation?" And one of the books that I written is called Dear Father. It's called Dear Father, and it's between, let me see, 1, 2. It's 10 chapters, and each chapter talks about a praying woman, but they put it in as 31 days or 21 days of prayer. But it's called Dear Father. It's a diary. And that's the book that's missing. A lot of things was missing out of my suitcase, and a lot of things probably was copied and stuff like that. But it probably was a publishing company though. That's the only thing. But I don't know what publishing company it is. That's the only thing I don't know. I don't know if it's T.D. Jakes because Corey went down there to Texas. I don't know if it's Carvin or whoever. because Raylene went down there in Tennessee. So family members is like Tennessee, North Carolina. I mean, my stuff is like everywhere. So I don't know. But I am the author that handwrites everything. My family know that I handwrite everything because when I was in the nursing home, I couldn't talk. So I was writing down everything. So it wasn't that I couldn't remember. So they was trying to make it seem like I had a dementia problem and I was writing down everything. So they did a clip on a person who couldn't remember nothing, but he writes down everything. So he has stacks and stacks and stacks of books, notepads and stuff. So I guess they had to make it a reality or whatever film company this is. I don't know. But I guess I guess this is how they make their films and movies and stuff. I guess. So, okay. I don't know if it's a reality show or not. I don't know. But, Tamlin Manny and Dave Manny, I guess somebody got in touch with them. Because I got an email. And somebody must have answered the email because whatever they asked the person, it went directly to another email. So either his kids did something wrong. Either they kids, Tamlin Manny and Dave Manny, either they kids did something wrong with the email or they hacked into my computer and seen what I was doing. Kirk Franklin and all of them, because they are part of Sound of Blackness, and Kirk has several choirs and choir members that used to be with his production company and his record label and stuff like that. Him and his wife and stuff. So 9 and 10, they probably spread them out all over, trying to find them jobs and stuff like that. But I think some way, somehow, Harvest Radio, Harvest or whatever community, which I'm not mad at, but they probably, being that the family is joint with them, because I had ended up trying to meet with Anthony. One was called Anthony Badu or something, Bade or whatever. And then the other one was called, I forget the other one name, that my brother, Roger. I don't know who Roger is. I never seen Roger. So if Roger was to be standing in front of me, I wouldn't know Roger. I don't have memory loss or anything, but I never met Roger. My brother James have. My brother James Miller have met majority of the people, I guess the kids that we have, the people that we haven't met, being that he's in the ministry and Kujik ministry. Bishop Blake. Now, Bishop Blake might know me from being in a wheelchair, because he used to come to my brother's church, and this one particular time he was at the church. This one particular time they was visiting the church, and I was in the wheelchair at the time, and I used to visit my brother's church, and then my daughter used to go to the church all the time. So people might remember us that way at Pentecostal God in Christ. It's a good church. I got fed when I went there. I was in the wheelchair and all, so but like I said, if it happened that way, hopefully and prayingly someone get in touch with me. I mean, I can hear the phone, so you can't keep saying I can't hear, I'm deaf. You can't keep saying that. You can't, what else do you want? You know what I'm saying? You can't keep saying I'm blind, because I'm not blind. You know what I'm saying? You can't keep saying that. So what else they gonna do? What else the church gonna say? I'm doing this, not doing that. So Miss Bertha said, you rather have money and go to jail and stuff like that. I mean, if I didn't do anything wrong, so y'all gonna set me up just because your brother is a part of the police station, just because your people is the investigators or whatever, and y'all investigating and trying to do this and trying to do that, and you gonna set me up to go to jail because you want my material? Your church wants to sing my material in my libraries? That ain't right. So I'm not scared of them trying to set me up to go to jail. Carwell or whatever his name is, Mr. Carwell or whatever. Is that Angie and Debbie's in-laws? See, Franklin Graham will tell them, circle me. But I'll go right to Franklin Graham and have a conversation with him, Jim Swagger, and be like, what is your meaning? What is your meaning? Now, his wife, I don't know Jim Swagger's wife, but I know that she's a nice person, and she's trying to figure out the Bible and figure out, like, the holiness of all holy. Like, is Jesus really the one that we supposed to reverence? Yes, he is. And I know that she has a lot of questions, you know what I'm saying? And I know that all of them will have a lot of questions, you know what I'm saying? And it's just, all of them have a lot of questions. Because when the church was first founded, the church was doing good, you know. And like I said, Baptists had the true Christianity of the Bible. When Jesus came along, the Baptists went under Jesus because John the Baptist died. They had a leader. They had a leader. They had a prophet. But John the Baptist died. So what God did was join both together. So I don't see how the Baptists and the Pentecostal people can really, you know what I'm saying, be enemies. You know what I'm saying? Or hatred for one another or talk about one another when they supposed to be learning the same thing. You know what I'm saying? There is no difference between the Baptists, because both of them is Pentecostal faith. Both of them is Pentecostal is just holy filled, meaning that Jesus' spirit is combined in one. You know, the body of Christ. That's all it means. It doesn't mean anything like separation or anything. It's just together. You know, everything together. Unity. That's what it is. God joined unity amongst John the Baptist followers and Jesus Christ followers. And that multiplied them. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So, okay. Just wanted to know that. I don't know if Pastor John and all of them is looking at the screen or my screen. I don't know. But yes, I am doing okay. See y'all later. Bye-bye.